this week is deload week, meaning I'm hitting 50% of the weights I usually hit, and I'm also cutting the volume by about 20%. Like for my top set, instead of hitting 315 for 4, 5, or 6, I'm gonna be hitting 275 for 4 as a max, and then I'll be, instead of doing a second set of deadlifts, I'll be moving straight to the next exercise. And for my deload week, I also want to cut out all pre-workout, not all nutrition, obviously, like I'll still be fueling for the runs the way I usually do, but pre-workout wise, I feel like when I've taken deloads in the past, I've continued to take pre-workout. That has really affected like my tolerance to caffeine and all the other ingredients in there. So this week, as I deload, I really want to cut that pre-workout out, so then when I go back into next week and I'm taking that, I'll feel the full effects. I feel like it'll be a good break. I imagine this video is going to be a lot shorter than all my other videos, but first deload of the training block. Pretty simple.
Big deal. Wanna be a real nigga, Holyfield. Back out when it gets really real. When the bass wanna coming home and down, gotta drill. Gotta tap on a nigga for the pill. Light-headed, hold me down, keep it trail, keep it trail. I feel alive but no chills. I'm dead and gone but on hills. It's all the same but no skills. When you're backing out, you be chill. When you fall on earth to be real. I seal my life and I kneel. I pray to something, no deals. I heal my heart, I beg the part, reveal. Pack the punch and I kneel. Punch the brakes and I spill. Big deal. When life remains, we uphill.
Alright, what's up, morning guys? It is currently snowing outside. Quick fit check. We got on black base layer. We got on Arc'teryx Delta hoodie for mid layer. On the top, we got this hoodie I bought from Korea. Got some Patagonia tights, these baggy pants, and Swiftwick wool socks. It is my deload week, and so what that really means is that I am taking about a third of the miles, what my usual mileage would be. So say if I'm running 15 miles a week, I'd be doing around 10. I think that's usually what I used to do, dropping it by a third. In the gym, I'm dropping everything by a third. So if I would do 3 sets, I would do 2 sets, and I'm doing the lower rep ranges and I'm doing the lower weights as well. So dropping everything by a third. Today's run, we are running a 5K after a little bit of warm up, and it says on Renna that it's supposed to be a time trial. So we're gonna be running it as fast as we can. The thing is though, it's snowy, wet, and rainy, and I'm supposed to run this 5K at the fastest that I've ever run before. The roads are slick, there's ice and snow on them. Will I be able to even run a fast time? That's the thing. I haven't really ran in these conditions before, but in order to combat that, we do have my Hokas that I rarely ever use. I usually use them for trail running, and they are trail running shoes, but I feel like it will help in this cold, slick environment. So the Hoka Speedgo 5s, it's the shoe I'm using for this run because it has like treads at the bottom, which will help if there's any ice or snow on the ground, which there is. Hopefully it will be better than just wearing my regular Brooks or Saucony's.
But it's too late for me to turn around. I'm out of luck, it seems again. She's out of touch, this is the end of everything I wanted. I held my breath, I bit my tongue, stayed on the edge, but she was done.
I don't know if y'all can see, my body is just emanating steam. Like steam is coming off of my arm. Because that's how hot I am. And that's how cold it is outside. Honestly, that was hard. Doing it on I've never ran on the trails here before, and I forgot that when I'm running on the trail, it doesn't return any energy back like when I'm running. So when I'm running on the street, you know, like my shoes, it's bouncing back and I can just go back. But running on the trail, it gives you nothing. And so it's all your strength to just take that next step. And I felt like I ran a little slower, but overall, it ended up okay. I think I was around 27 minutes, 30 max, but not my best time at all. Weather was a big factor. Running on the trail and in the snow was also a big factor. That's what deload weeks are for, you know? Like trying something new, not something I usually do, running on the trail. And it was still fun, although my heart was definitely feeling it. My body was definitely feeling it. That's it for this run. Gonna go do some yoga and then continue on with the week. 2 out of 3 runs down, a snowy 5-kilometer time trial. Like I was saying, this week is deload week, meaning we're cutting everything by a third. And yesterday when we did our run, that means our weekly mileage, I'm doing 15 miles, I'll cut it down to 10. For the workouts, say I'm doing 3 sets per exercise, I'll cut it down to 2 sets per exercise. Oh my God. For example, hip thrust, I usually do 3 sets, I'm cutting it down to 2, and I'm doing the lower reps and the lower weight than what I usually do. So I usually hit, 110, 100, then 90 for 3 sets. And so I'll cut it down to only 2 sets and I'll only do the 100 and the 90 instead of the top set, 110. That sort of makes sense. And that's really how we do our deload week. Second leg day of the week, glute, hip focused. Nothing much, quick, easy, get it done.
Here to show up and show out. Yeah. Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. What? Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. Yeah. They cannot turn a notch. Do a lot. Move a lot. You can see it in my eyes if you knew or not. Since a young teen, it's been do or die. I cannot settle for ease, got a lot of needs. Can't let up off the gas, I can't let them breathe. About to take off, tryna cut the wings. Still I gotta breathe. Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. What? Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. Yeah.
Today, like I was been saying all week, it's deload week. However, we have about 1 hour to do my upper calisthenics workout and climb for a little bit. And I do want to climb a little bit more, so we're gonna speed through this workout, just get as many climbs as I can done here at the bouldering project at the Granary in Salt Lake City, Utah. Since it's still a deload, I'm not gonna go too hard on the calisthenics. I'm probably gonna be just doing 1 set for each exercise and then go straight to climbing, because I'll be honest, that's what I'm here for. I feel like for this deload week, it has been really useful just to not take pre-workout, 2, just really feel the exercises, understand how I would usually be feeling if I'm doing these weights, these exercises the way it is. Although I'm cutting the weights by a third, I'm cutting the distance I'm running by a third. Overall, still a good deload week, halfway through marathon training, and that's about it. Thanks guys for watching. Last session of the week. Let's get it.
Shake the feeling, the gloom is ever growing up in New England. A storm is always